Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Scholarship World. Scholarship World, we say win a scholarship with ease. Now, today, what I want to talk about is visa application. Visa application to Italy. You understand? So, if you have applied for admission and you've gotten admission and you are doing your pre-enrollment and all those other stuffs and all that, what you might have been thinking next is, how do I apply for the visa? What do I need to apply for the visa? How do I go about it? And I'm here to do a video, not a comprehensive video, but just to touch on some basic stuffs, and so that you get a fair idea of what you are supposed to do. You understand? Probably if after this there is a request for me to do an in-depth, video explaining all the basic processes, then I would do that. But for now, I'll just do just a simple um summary of everything, and now you understand. So, if today is the first time you are seeing this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, like, share, and also leave a comment if you don't understand. I have a Telegram page that I'll leave the link in the comment section, that if anything you can join it, then you can ask your question, and I might be able to help you with one or two things, or probably some people on the platform can also be able to help you. You understand? Yeah, so let's just go into it. So, visa application. Now, when you're applying for visa, mostly one of the important things that you have to get is, of course, your passport. If you don't have a passport, I don't know what's your business with traveling abroad. You understand? So you have to get a passport. After you get a passport, then you must get also the visa application form that must be filled out. Now, you can get that from the visa website of your country. So if you are in Ghana, you can get that from the Italian embassy, their website. You can get that. But because of time, I wouldn't want to go about. As I said, it's just a basic summary and the things that you need to get. You understand? So yeah, you have to get the visa application form. Then, after you get the visa application form, you need the proof of funds. Now, this place is where it gets very tricky, and you can easily be denied the visa because of this particular thing, the proof of funds. And basically, this video is just to really kind of touch on that. You understand? And but before that, when you are coming from Ghana, as I said, you can apply directly in Ghana. But if you are from Nigeria, Nigeria themselves doesn't have like a dedicated embassy, Italian embassy. So they use an alternate one. You understand? So probably if you are a Nigerian, your application process might be a little bit different. And if you are also from Liberia, you have to get your visa, everything from Burkina Faso also. Yeah, I think, is it Burkina Faso or Cote d'Ivoire? I think Cote d'Ivoire rather. So you have to get it from Cote d'Ivoire. You understand? Basically, when we talk about the proof of funds, it means that I'm going to study abroad. How do I cater for myself? So the proof of fund is just like the block accounts that they ask for Germany and also for Canada and the other countries. But in Italy or the Schengen area, we call it the POF, proof of funds. Let me say Italy because Germany is block account. So Italy, it's POF. You understand? So with regards to the proof of funds, yeah, it's the money that you have to be able to sustain your stay at least for the 2 years you are going to study, if you are going to study for masters. But if it's undergrad or PhD, then your POF will obviously be much higher because you'll be spending like 3 or 4 years. You understand? So yeah. So when it comes to the POF, normally when you do the pre-enrollment, the school gives you documentation on the amount of money that you might need. With regards to the region that, so if you are in the Lombardia region, the amount required will be different from if you are in another part of the country or something like the region or a different region. You understand? So the requirements vary, but normally the amount is like around 6,500 euros for 1 year. It's around that. like 6,300 to 6,500 euros, just around that area. You understand? And then you have to provide that for 2 years. You understand? It's not compulsory to provide that for 2 years, but then of course you are going to, if you are going to do your masters, it's for 2 years. So you should have money that can sustain you for the 2 years. But then you can provide 1 year proof of funds, and then provide additional documents, maybe a business that is available, or probably you have a document for a land or property that can be sold in support of you for your second year. Because if you are submitting your only proof of funds for first year, then the second year must also, they must see something that, oh, you have this at the backup, so that if anything you can be able to rely on that. You understand? But if you have the whole 2 years, then go for it. You understand? Because it makes your application solid. Understand? And one thing about the proof of fund is that in Ghana, I say Ghana because I'm a Ghanaian, and then that is what I know. In Ghana, the only people who can sponsor you is your mother, your father, and yourself. A lot of people keep asking these questions. Can my uncle sponsor me? Can my grandma sponsor me? Can my friend sponsor me? Can my brother sponsor me? If you're a Ghanaian, then it is a no. Your brother, your uncle, even your, you know, people around you, your godfather, nobody can sponsor you, with the exception of yourself, your mother, and your father. Now, this is with regards to Ghana. If you go to other countries, it's not like that. Some countries, you are allowed to be sponsored by your uncle. You are allowed to be sponsored by some members of your family. You understand? But then in Ghana, it is not like that. So if you want to check the POF, you have to consult your the country's requirements, the particular country you are coming from. Let's say if you are coming from Nigeria, you have to check their requirements. You understand? I think Nigerians, your uncle can sponsor you. I don't know, but you have to verify that. I've had previous like something like that, so I believe it's like that. But then, uh, apart from that, um, anybody who is not listed cannot sponsor you. Anybody who is not listed cannot sponsor your application. You understand? Yeah. And then also, you can also in as much as you are providing maybe 2 years proof of funds, you can also add, some businesses, or maybe your bank account statements containing extra money that can be used to sponsor you, or from your parents' side, and all that. You understand? And uh with regards to the proof of funds again, you cannot deposit money like very close to the day of application or the date of application. They'll reject it. Normally, the required amount of days or months that you need to be doing your transactions and everything is like 6 months. So within 6 months, you should, like, your money that you are using for the POF should be spread across a period of 6 months. You understand? So that they will know that, oh, the money comes and goes and some stays and all that. And not that all of a sudden you are going to apply for a visa next month, and then this month you go and deposit, boom, 12,000 euros. Like, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. They will deny your application. As for that one, I'll tell you, they will deny your application. Even people who are doing 4 months back are being denied. Then they will tell you the clarity of your reason for going to Italy is not known, because you cannot prove where the money is coming from. You understand? So you should, if not anything, if you are planning on applying for the visa, normally the visa application starts somewhere in July, September, that way. July, August, September. If you are planning on applying for the visa, you should have started with the um funding, like around last year, or probably January, that way. Maybe a standing order or something, so that the money goes into the account gradually, and you should be able to prove that, okay, this is where the money is coming from. I'm working, or I'm saving, or I'm doing this or that. You understand? You should be able to always prove it. And once you get all these things right, you can just add the additional document, your pre-enrollment certificate and everything, and then you can just submit at the VFS, or yes, the VFS for Ghana. I don't know if it's so in other countries, and you should be fine. So basically, that is that. you have to know. You understand? I just wanted to stress on the proof of fund aspect, but if you want me to do a detailed video explaining it into much detail, you can let me know, and then I'll be able to do that. And so yeah, thank you for watching up to this point. Kindly subscribe and then also share, leave your comments, and you can join the Telegram page as I said earlier for any clarification and all that. You understand? Bye bye.